Work status types indicate the status of a task. For example, a task could be not started, or a task could be in progress, or a task could be done. These work statuses also apply to issues, actions, decisions, and custom items that are assignable. You can use the statuses. You can add a new status very easily by, let's say, I want to add canceled as an option. Simply type that in here and hit the save or enter key will also change it. You can click in the cell to edit it. Another popular thing people do is make a color. So done could be green for signifying done. Please note that not started means that a task will be 0% complete when someone changes the status to not started. Or if the status is changed to done, it will be marked 100% complete. If a status is changed to in progress, it will be marked 50% complete. These are optional. You can add statuses that affect the percent complete or not. So if it's not going to affect the percent, like canceled, you just leave it blank and it will not change the percent complete when something gets status changes to canceled. Also, here's your display order. Allows you to change the order of the statuses in the drop down list. You can assign a color. Over here, you'll see default 0%, default in progress, and default 100%. What this means is if a user updates a task using the percent complete, for example, they use the number 0 or 100, then it will choose one of these statuses. Now, the reason we have this is you may have multiple statuses that mean done. So if they were to update the task and make it 100% complete, it will choose the default. Over here, there's some other more complicated options. So, for example, canceled can turn a task into not active or inactive. And that means that it will drop off someone's work list without being 100% complete. It can stay 0% and then turn inactive. Normally, if you do this, you might consider changing all the other statuses to be active so that way, if it's canceled, it deactivates the task and any other status would activate the task. So that is one option here. A secondary option, kind of related to that, is whether the task will be calculated in the roll up of work at the summary task level and project level, as well as the percent complete. So some of our clients, when a task is canceled, they don't want the hours that was supposed to be done to count. So you would say, we want to exclude the work if it is canceled. And similar to task active, you might want to then say this is going to be included when it changes back to any of these other statuses. Um, and you can see there is an option of no effect, meaning you don't want it to change the work. You don't want to change if it changes to one of these other statuses, you don't want it to have any effect on whether the work is calculated or not, because there is a flag on the project advanced form or on the task advanced form that allows you to make a task be excluded manually. So in some cases you maybe wouldn't do that, but this is a typical configuration where you want the a cancel to take a task out of the list for people to be working on and also have it excluded from the roll ups. But some of our clients want the cancel to stay in the roll up and some don't. So this is where you can control this. The last couple options are whether the status is active or not. That means whether this shows in the list. So if this status, we're not using it anymore, we can make it not active. That means it won't be in the drop down, but it also is still available for things that might have already been set to that status. So this is how you can turn it on and off, just like any of our attributes. And then another one, whether or not this shows up on the Kanban boards for task boards. So sometimes statuses shouldn't be on the Kanban board, so you might consider turning that off in those cases. And that's the basics for working with the tasks, the work status types.